Hey, trying to find my place. There it is. Okay, it's been a while since I read anything. And, well, mostly because it was Christmas, and then I was lazy, and then, yeah, mostly my laziness. But Andrew's in New Hampshire, so he's probably not even watching right now. Anyway, so, chapter 3. Okay. How long has it been? Jack wondered. Days? Weeks? Months? He couldn't recall. In the underbed, one day faded into the next. Humpty Dumpty no longer made that popping sound. Teddy Bear had ceased his rocking. Even Jack's box had stopped playing its song. Jack felt an odd inertia creeping over him, seeping into his bones. If not for Angel's occasional visits, he might have succumbed into its numbness already. But just thinking of her radiant smile seemed to brighten the gloom. He'd not seen Angel for a while, though, and this worried him. Jack sat against his box, watching Thomas play with the out there toys, when a man wearing a large pair of black shoes entered the room. "Ahoy there, kiddo!" boomed a deep voice. "How's my first mate doing?" "Daddy!" Jack crawled to the blanket hem and peered out. Thomas rushed into his father's outstretched arms. He was tall and broad-shouldered, while in his white navy uniform. Laughing, he picked the boy up. "Oof! Good golly, you've grown." What the hell says good golly? Thomas hugged his neck, beaming. "It won't be long until you're picking me up," he said. Captain Braxton tried to set his boy down, but Thomas wouldn't let go. "Hey," he laughed, "let loose a minute. Sorry, Dad, not till you tell me you're here to stay a while. But I have to show you something you're gonna get a kick out of." Thomas reluctantly relinquished his hold and dropped on the floor. "Daddy, how long you staying for, huh? You get to stay home a long time, right?" Captain Braxton dropped his eyes and sighed. "I only have a few hours, Thomas." Thomas stared at his father for a long moment. His brow cinched up, and he said softly, "Few hours? What do you mean?" "We just slipped into port for some emergency supplies. I had to pull strings to get away at all. I was just lucky, but you promised. You've been gone since the start of summer." Thomas's voice began to waver. "I'm sorry, I know it's not fair. This damn war's been going on. This damn war's gonna be over soon. Then we can finally set up that train set I brought you from England." Oh, I fucked that up. Oh well. Jack could see that Thomas was trying to act grown up, trying not to cry. It surprised him how bad he felt for the boy. "Hey," Captain Braxton said, putting on a cheerful tone, "I got something for you. Something very rare and very magical. Something from the other side of the world." Excuse me. He plopped a blue navy duffel bag on the top of the toy box. "Are you ready?" He unzipped the bag. With a dramatic flourish, he pulled out a bundle. "Alakazam!" Thomas smiled, puzzled. The package was a sort of spotted hide, tied with fraying twine. Captain Braxton pulled out his pocket knife and cut the cord. "Go ahead, it won't bite." Thomas didn't look so sure. He wrinkled his nose. "Smells sort of funny." "Well, it comes from Nigeria. That's genuine hyena hide. The fiercest beast of all Africa. It's the spices they use to cure the hide that you smell." Thomas hesitated. "Go on. I promise it's like nothing you've ever seen." Using only the tips of his fingers, Thomas unfolded the brittle skin, then took a quick step back. "Geez, what is that?" Captain Braxton lowered his voice, giving it a ghostly edge. "A spirit warden. Got it from a real witch doctor. Supposed to scare away evil spirits." Captain Braxton made a show of looking all about the room. "Don't see any evil spirits," he grinned. "Must be working." Jack couldn't tell what it was made out of. Wood, maybe, but other stuff too, like oily black feathers, bone, and hair. Human hair? The thing seemed to be staring at Thomas with stab-wound eyes, reaching for him with its 6 spidery arms, begging the boy to put it out of its misery. with its twisted little mouth. What do you think? His father plucked a dried beetle from the doll's head. Is that just aces or what? Thomas frowned. Why are all those nails stuck in it? Heck if I know. Where do you want to hang it? Judging from Thomas's face, Jack guessed somewhere back in Africa. Hey, I know, over the bed, his father said, just like in Nigeria. I don't know, Dad. Captain Braxton leaned over Thomas's bed, pulled a copper star off the wall, and hooked the doll over the nail. He'd no sooner stepped back than the doll slipped from the hook, hit the headboard with a crack, and fell behind the bed. Thomas about jumped out of his pants. Son of a bitch. His father got down on his hands and knees and peered under the bed. I see it, it's way in the corner. Thomas, crawl under there and get that, will you? Thomas looked like he'd sooner eat dog poo. A crash came from downstairs. It was the door. Heels clicked rapidly across the hardwood floor. An excited woman's voice called, Bill! Bill, are you here? Captain Braxton leaped up. Patricia! He said and ran out of the room. Thomas looked one more very troubled look at the bed and then hurried after them. Well, Thomas is certainly having an exciting day, Jack thought. He shambled back to his box but stopped. A chill ran up his spine. Something had moved in the corner, over where that thing landed. Jack squinted in the gloom. The spirit doll's head had cracked. A few of the big nails were scattered about, and Jesus Christ! Jack blurted. He tried to backpedal and tripped over his own feet. Something was crawling, no, slithering, out of the doll. Hell's bells, Jack thought. Is that Smoke? Smoke doesn't have legs. Smoke doesn't have legs. Maybe a spider? Spiders don't have long, wormy bodies. Then, before he could blink, the thing had disappeared into the heating vent. That's it. That's chapter 7. 7? Where the fuck did I get 7? I'm on 3. I can't count. Shut up. So that's the spirit doll. Ugly, ain't it? And then... That's that. Ah! That's that thing. Look at my bookmark. Challenge accepted. Not bad. Those are my bookmarks. But yeah, I doubt Andrew's watching it. So. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm supposed to be hanging out with Becky soon, but who knows. So yeah, I'll either read chapter 4 tonight or tomorrow, depending on how lazy I feel.